Hey guys, what is up? This is Dustin, the online writing tutor, and today I want to teach you how to write an essay introduction. So we're going to break this down into a few different parts. But first of all, what is the purpose of an introduction? Well, it is to interest your reader, to get them reading, to transition to the topic of your essay, and to make the main idea of your entire essay clear. So because of that, we need an opening or a hook, a transition, also called a bridge sometimes, and a thesis statement. Hooks are the first thing that your reader sees, and they should interest them. They should encourage them to read further. For this reason, sometimes they're called attention getters. There are many different types of hooks. They can include statistics, a strong statement, showing your opinion or your position on a topic, unique definitions, and I want to stress the word unique here. We don't want to use a dictionary definition for a hook. We want to use something with an interesting twist to it. We can also use rhetorical questions, quotations, and anecdotes. Let's look at a few of these. So for statistics, we might have something like, according to NASA, the surface temperature of Earth has risen by 2.12 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 1800s. For a quotation, we might say, few have expressed the importance of perseverance as elegantly as Langston Hughes. Hold fast to your dreams, for without them, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Or we might have a strong statement. Without decisive action now, the climate crisis will have a damning effect on our planet and the humans living upon it. Let's get some practice. So here's my question to you. Should certain dog breeds be considered illegal? Think of the hooks that were mentioned, the different types that were mentioned, and write a hook for this topic. All right. So here's one possible answer. After analyzing 42 homeowners insurance companies, Forbes found that 100% of these agencies banned 3 breeds. This is true. Doberman Pinschers, Pit Bulls, and Rottweilers. Well, that takes us to our second part of an introduction, and that is bridges. This is where we want to connect our hook to the thesis statement in a smooth and cohesive way. When I talk about cohesive or cohesion, I mean that your sentences should transition smoothly, they should stick together. And so you can use a word or phrase that refers to an idea in the previous sentence. That's one method to create greater cohesion. And another way is to restate an idea in the previous sentence before presenting a new idea. Sometimes this is called the given and the new, or the known and the new contract, where the first part of the sentence is what was said previously. It's a restatement. And the second part introduces new information. Let's get some practice with this as well. So now create a bridge for one of the hooks you crafted in the previous practice. You can pause this screen while you do that. All right, let's take a look at a possible answer. After analyzing 42 homeowners insurance companies, Forbes found that 100% of these agencies banned 3 breeds: Doberman Pinschers, Pit Bulls, and Rottweilers. If these companies are concerned about the liability posed by aggressive breeds, shouldn't citizens share in these concerns? Indeed, many governments have voted to ban or restrict aggressive dog breeds to protect their citizens, and other countries should follow suit. Note here that the bolded words help to create more cohesion. These companies refers back to the homeowners insurance agencies. Indeed shows the relationship between sentences 2 and 3. Ban or restrict aggressive dog breeds is a restated idea. And then citizens is a repeated word that creates cohesion. That takes us to the final part of an introduction, and that is thesis statements. And the purpose of a thesis statement is to clearly and specifically state the main idea of an essay. there are different types because there are different types of essays. We'll look at that in a moment. Thesis statements have some expectations or rules that guide how they're written. Typically, they should only be one sentence and come at the end of your introduction. They should also be specific and focused. And remember, they're statements, not questions. And argumentative thesis statements should show an opinion or take a position. Well, as I mentioned previously, there are different types. So an argumentative thesis statement makes a claim. That's the type that we are going to look at in the following example. Explanatory thesis statements explain or make clear a topic, and analytical thesis statements analyze an issue or element. They're breaking it down and drawing insights from it. For the structure of a thesis statement, typical structure will include the topic, the position or opinion for argumentative thesis statements, and then the reasoning. Sometimes students are taught to provide 3 reasons and reflect those in the body paragraphs that they write. Let's take a look at an example. While universal basic income may seem like a wasteful expenditure, it is becoming increasingly necessary due to the impending job loss from rapid advancements in technology, which will replace workers in a wide range of industry. Here we can see we have the topic, we have a position or opinion that's stated, and we provide reasoning to support that opinion. All right, let's get some practice. So now what I'd like you to do is pause this screen and create your own thesis statement for the introduction that you've started on banning aggressive dog breeds. Okay, it's time to put it all together. So let's take a look at one possible response to the original question. After analyzing 42 homeowners insurance companies, Forbes found that 100% of these insurers banned 3 breeds: Doberman Pinschers, Pit Bulls, and Rottweilers. If these companies are concerned about the liability posed by aggressive breeds, shouldn't citizens share in these concerns? Indeed, many governments have voted to ban or restrict aggressive dog breeds to protect their citizens, and other countries should follow suit. Governments should legislate aggressive breeds because they pose too great a threat to public safety, especially for those who cannot protect themselves, like young children and infants. So remember, when you're writing an introduction, as with any type of writing, you should be going through a process. Take time to gather ideas first, plan them out, draft, revise and edit, and then finalize and submit or publish your writing. For a final practice, I'm going to leave you with some questions. Write an introduction for one of these. Once you've written your introduction, have someone go over it and provide feedback on the hooks, on the bridge that you've created, and your thesis statement. You can also come back to this video to check if you've followed the tips and advice that have been given. Alright guys, that wraps up the video. I'm Dustin, the writing tutor. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like content like this, if you need help with writing, consider subscribing and liking the video. If you need to get into contact with me, check out the links below. And you can also get a free assessment for your reading and writing there too. If you want to use the PowerPoint I used in this video, you can check out the links below as well.